Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, the Noel. Why do I always say the? Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes that I currently own. Granted, I know it's not a massive collection like a lot of other YouTubers, but it is what I have. Again, I've purchased everything with my own money. So that's kind of why my collection is, I wouldn't say small, because it's definitely not small, but that's why my collection does not include a lot of other palettes that people are curious about. Please excuse the mess today. I just got off work not that long ago. My makeup is probably 11 hours old by now. I just wanted to come home and be a bum, so that's why I'm like, whatever, I'm just throwing on my homeless clothes. I'm going to be comfortable. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, back on track. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. If you want to see what my top 10 are, just keep watching, guys. Okay? Okay. Anyways, so these aren't any in particular, they're not in any particular order. These are just my favorites that I have. These are ones that I grab on an everyday basis. So my first one that I want to talk to you guys about is the Urban Decay Electric Palette. I'm not sure if they still make this. I'm not 1000% on that. I did see for a long time that it was discounted online quite a bit, but I do use mine. You can maybe see some of the dents that I've put in it. I can't say that I have just one particular favorite shade out of here, because these are all my favorite. I do use these a lot, especially, well, I use them all a lot, honestly. I can't just narrow it down to one. But this is a great palette. I know it's not neutral. It's not for everyone who doesn't love color. But for me, this is my favorite colored palette that I always grab anytime I'm going to do a colorful eye makeup. So my next palette, again, is by Urban Decay, and I'm not like obsessed with Urban Decay. I mean, everybody kind of is, let's be real. But this is the original Naked 2 palette. And the reason I say that this is definitely one of my top ones, and this one, the shadows are banged up, beaten up, fell out. They're kind of halfway in there. This one holds a lot of sentimental value because this is one of the first, this is like the first expensive makeup product I think I ever bought. I think it actually is. Well, not expensive, but high-end makeup products that I ever bought. So I love this one. Obviously, I'm never going to part with it. I don't use this as often as the Naked one, especially if I'm just going to like throw something on in the crease. I'll use the Naked 1 palette, but the Naked 2 I have used a lot, and it is very near and dear to my heart. So that's why that's my top 10. Okay, all right, so the next one, this one's not going to come as to any surprise to anyone who is obviously a YouTuber, beauty vlogger, blogger, whatever you are, if you just love makeup. This is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I know this was sold out for a very long time. This is currently what I'm wearing today on my eyes. I must have misplaced the brush in here. These are your nice, warm, neutral colors. Well, not really neutral, but I've definitely put a dent in a lot of these eyeshadow colors. Reds and oranges and browns just tend to be my favorite all year round. I know it's like 1,000,000 degrees outside right now, but today I was just feeling the fall vibes, and this is like, if I ever go anywhere on vacation or anything, this is always with me. It's such a great palette. Oh, and let's talk about the ghetto background back here. I try to spruce it up a little bit for you guys, keep you enticed, keep you entertained, whatever you want to talk about. But these are my Christmas lights, let's be real, from outside from last year. We went to the garage and yanked those out of the box. And then, you know, paintwork, all that crap. Carly again. So yeah, let's address that. All right, so my next favorite eyeshadow palette, it's so pricey, but it's so good and it's so worth it. And you're probably I'm not going to be happy with the price tag. And it's very similar to the Modern Renaissance palette. So this is the Viseart, or the Viseart, however you want to pronounce it, the Warm Matte Eyeshadow Palette. The pigmentation is insane on this. When I say insane, it's insane. And I'll try to insert swatches. Obviously, I'm not like totally YouTube savvy yet, but I'll see what I can manage. So yes, these are absolutely amazing, and it's all mattes. So these are for anything you'll ever need matte wise if you like these tones, of course. This is another one that I've always packed with me because it's so good, and I know it's fairly new, but definitely not worth. You don't want to skip on this one if you can. So the next eyeshadow palette, I think I've actually used this a couple times on here. This is an insanely cheap eyeshadow palette. So we'll go from one extreme to the next. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. I know this has like a huge videos and reviews on it. And I've put some dents like in the blue shade kind of down there. That's one of those like, it reminds me of the MAC, I don't want to say disco ball or ballroom or something like that. It's one of those like bluey brown shift shades. That's probably one of the ones I've used the most. But these are insanely pigmented. I believe this is only $5. And this is an amazing eyeshadow palette. Definitely worth the money. Don't skip on it if you can. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave that alone. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Huda Beauty palette. I didn't think I wanted this. I kind of was like wishy-washy on it because I already had the ABH palette, and I was like, yeah, the colors are fairly similar, you know. I don't really need anything like that. I already have something like that. But I went and looked at it in person, and the colors are not similar. So there's a lot more of the foiled chromey eyeshadows in here. I know a lot of people have talked negatively about this palette, but for myself, I have not had any problems with the pigmentations or the eyeshadows in here. I've always had great color payoff. However, with the foils though, I will go in with my finger, not a brush. I'll go in with my finger for the most impact of the color, and then I'll take like a brush and try to like just smooth it out and make it more streamlined, I guess. Whatever. More blended, perfected, whatever you want to say. That's what I work with. So this is the Huda Beauty Textured Shadow. Oh, the Rose Gold Edition, excuse me. Rose Gold Edition Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I guess how I have these piled up, there's, well, two back-to-back brands again, just kind of like the Urban Decay. So this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Now this is the old one because I've had this for, well, basically since it came out. But these again are all mattes. This is another amazing one to travel with. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So what really drew me to this is the eye palette, not the contour palette. Or, yeah. So what really drew me to this is another eyeshadow palette that I have by her, which is no longer made. And that was my second expensive-ish, high-end, whatever you want to say, eyeshadow palette that I ever bought, and the quality of that one was amazing. And then when I saw this and swatched it, I had to have it, of course, because obviously the packaging, you can't go wrong. I don't feel like Kat Von D ever does wrong on her packaging. But yes, I had to have it. Amazing eyeshadow palette, swatches amazingly, goes on amazingly, and the black in here, girl, let me tell ya. This is like one of the most insane pigmented black eyeshadows that I've ever used. And anytime I want a really dark, deep black eyeshadow palette or color, I always reach for this. I always go for this black in this palette. So, the palette that I was just speaking of is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. And I apologize because I know they don't make this anymore, but why? Why? Why you gotta do me so dirty, Kat Von D? Again, you guys are gonna hate me. These are all neutrally orange. Orange? Who says orange? Orange? Orange eyeshadow colors. Oh gosh, this is, okay. So the Urban Decay Naked 2 was the first palette, expensive, high-end product that I ever bought. I remember working, where was I working at? It was like a nursing home or something like that. And somebody told me, I asked one day, I was like, ooh, what's on your eyes? I love that gold color that you have on. And she's like, I jacked this eyeshadow palette for my sister. Allie, if you ever see this, hey, I just ratted on you. But she said this was the gold in this eyeshadow palette. So of course I had to hunt it down and I had to get it. And every other thing was amazing. So this by far became my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette. This to me surpassed the Naked 2 at the time because the colors were way more up my alley. Don't skip on the Naked 2 though. This is just my story with this. Oh my gosh, the quality is amazing. I feel like she does amazing eyeshadows. I've never gotten anything bad about Kat Von D, and I really wish they could come back for this, or come back with this, like, you know, just one more time, get a backup maybe. This is so good, so good. Alrighty, so for those of you who don't like collabs, I am sorry about this one, but however, I find that I use this eyeshadow palette more on a day-to-day, natural, like let's just slap some shit on my face type of day, or if I just need to go to work, because it takes me forever to get ready, but I can't go to work without a full face because that's just how I roll, but I need something simple that I can go for. So this is the Violet Voss VossxLaura Lee palette, or collaboration. This is in the original packaging because I stalked the website when it came out. I'm not going to lie. I had to have it, so I had to get it. On the inside, there are 20 shades. Yes, 20 shades. Oh, they're so neutral. Don't kill me. I mean, they're not all neutral, right? Like you have this little green that kind of pops out down there. You can kind of tell I've put a dent in some shades, especially this tickled pink. Oh my god. I wish there was just like a single for that tickled pink color. That is so freaking good. But this again, the black in here is amazing too, but Kat Von D one's my favorite. Anyway, I'm talking about this one, not Kat Von D, Noelle. So yeah, this is the Laura Lee of Violet Voss. I know they don't make this one either, but I can't help it. It's so good. If you want to stock some eBay, if you want to stock some Amazon to try to get a hold of this, I know you'll be paying a little bit more, but God, it's so freaking good. So good. All right, and we are down to the number 10 spot. Like I said, not in any particular order. This one is fairly new, so I know you can still get this one. This is the Tartist Pro palette, and for the longest time I called it the Tartiest, but I think I was reading something, obviously stalking their Instagram page. Yes, and it is pronounced Tartist, like artist. So this is the Tartist Pro palette by Tarte. Why did I say that? Who knows? So there are a lot of neutrals, a lot of pops of color in here. This color down here, again, reminds me of that damn matte color. And when I think of it, I will put it on the screen. Actually, I will search it and put it on the screen. But you can create a lot of looks. I like how it has your, these are all mattes. All of these shades through here are all mattes. And all these are your shimmery foiled eyeshadows. You can create a lot of looks. You can kind of see where I have dipped into my favorites, the orange, the pink, and the red. Yeah, I have. You can see a pattern, obviously. But this is the Tartist Pro palette. Ooh, I should probably put all the prices online or on the screen for everything. Kind of late to think of at the end of the video, Noelle. But yeah, Tartist Pro palette, well, that's my last one, my number 10 palette. So yeah, I mean, let's wrap this up. So, brain fart. If you like this video, if you want to see more of these videos, if you want to see this makeup look that I got going on, I wish I could see all those highlights. However, this is work set. Let's be serious. But I mean, yeah, if you want to see more of me, more of my face, more of my ghetto background, just hit subscribe or whatever you do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So this will be maybe the second time I've recorded an intro, because let's be serious, I kind of just flew the video. I'm not 1000% if I originally recorded one, but in case I did not, let's cover on the backgrounds here. So I'm going to talk about my 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes. Check, check. In no particular order. I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other, but some of them I do. Let's be serious here. I just got off work, so I look ratchet as fuck. Ooh, can I say that? Probably not. I look ratchet. Let's say that. So this is 11-ish hour makeup and not brushed hair. I'm in my homeless clothes. I didn't feel the need. It's hot outside. I want to be homeless. I just got off work. I want to relax, but I also love playing in makeup, and makeup helps me relax. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. I discussed my ratchet background in the back. In case you were wondering, you can keep watching on that. What else? I don't know, but if you want to see or hear about my favorite eyeshadow palettes, just keep watching, guys. Oh, and subscribe, because God only knows when I'm going to put out a new video, but there is that. Alright,